evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of season 2 of the Club Racing UK podcast. We've got a nice jam-packed show today. It's going to be packed full of wonderful, positive things because, let's be honest, in the 3 weeks, which is the longest break we've had since the podcast started, there's been so much club racing, it's unreal. Who needs to bring his touring cars?
Oh, look at that. Round of applause. It's because we've got an audience.
Yeah, it's like we've got an audience. Now, I'll be honest, we did ask so many guests to come on and appreciate what the Club Racer has done, the organising clubs have done. But I suppose Cam will have to do. No, I joke completely. He is probably the most well-travelled club racer in motorsport because he pretty much races his little yellow Honda Civic in anything. Cam Tunio joins us. Good evening, Cam.
Hello, everyone. How are you all keeping?
Absolutely wonderful. Don't know about yourself. I can see a lovely array of trophies behind you, so that's obviously a good start.
There's an eBay job lot. They're all at badminton.
Nothing to do with racing.
I'll tell you say that is probably the cheapest way to win trophies.
That's genius. Why have I never thought about that? I'm going to go on eBay now, just try and win some.
Exactly. Buy your racing trophies on eBay. Well, the reason that this podcast is so big, that's what she said. We've got 3 weeks of nearly 20 race meetings. So it took me about 2 weeks just to do the bloody script. Got it to 24 pages and then had to cut half of it out because there was just so much. So
we would literally be here until 2032 covering the last 3 weeks of racing. It's been brilliant, guys. Well done, everyone.
Literally, and we know that everyone out there is watching. They're intent on getting their view. We tried to include as much content as we could. We tried to include the best racing that we could. So if you do get missed out tonight, it's nothing personal. We just ran out of room. There was so much on.
Just Rob's rubbish. If you haven't been mentioned tonight, blame Rob because we have no input on the script.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and I do have to work for a living, you know. Anyway, let's start with the news because the biggest.
You being a stud muffin doesn't pay for this alone.
No, not quite. Only fans, for some reason, want me to pay them compensation money, but we'll move on from that. So
Okay. Long night, everyone.
This is going to be a long night. So is this
going south quickly?
So come on, Stefan. Reveal. So what have you got? A sound pad or something?
What are you asking?
Oh, was it Steph that did it?
Oh God, it's got to be something that you two have bloody.
There we go.
It's going to get annoying, isn't it? It's going to get annoying.
God.
Is that to signal we've got some fresh news in or something?
Oh yeah. Is the news making it back? Is our little snippets and clips and everything making it back this evening or not?
Not this evening, purely because we've already got about 8 video clips in the script. I didn't want to give Port Elaine and Leon behind the scenes a bloody coronary with the amount of content we've got. The comments have already started to come in. Sam Pearce joins us, Matt Cleary, Jonathan Bevan, AJ Owen. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, all.
I am trying to get another Facebook page up because I know that we're followed from many, many, many pages. But it also seems that our podcast has been shared absolutely far and wide. Bear with me. Right, got the other one on. So that's all good. Right, let's go to the news. The best news is that... Okay, what?
Sorry. If you haven't already shared our podcast, share it now.
Hit the like button as well. Hit the like, put a comment.
Give it a like, give it a share.
That's it, Nicky. You've got to do the points. Like, share.
Yeah, like, share.
Like, share.
Yeah.
Stefan hasn't said it yet, so I will buy our merch.
Oh, that comes later.
That comes at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Fans are going to return to motorsport events from Saturday, the 22nd of May, for the first time since 2020. So this is part...
Big news.
Jesus Christ, you two.
Oh my God. Don't blame me in any of this.
Never take these two to a bloody gadget shop or anything like that. My God,
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what else is going to come up today. But
I can't believe we can meet outside in groups of 6, but I can't get into Brands Hatch.
I know, mate. I know.
Just,
And mad, you can go down the pub. You can have your mask off, but as soon as you go into the pub garden, you put your mask on, have a drink, have a bite to eat, and then take your mask off.
But anyway.
Yeah, same as everyone. Right, okay. Barring any more sound effects coming in, wait for it. Basically, Saturday, 22nd of May, a specific ban on spectators at all sports events is going to be lifted, which means up to 4,000 visitors welcome per day. Good for the club events. Awesome. I think Castle Combe might struggle a little bit because they attract bigger crowds, let's be honest. And, of course, the British touring cars. I mean, if you guys watched it at Thruxton the other day, it's just the banks just looked a bit bare, didn't it?
Yeah. Definitely. But let's be honest, guys. If we had 2 visitors in, it would be a darn sight better. Just having people back at the track is what we need to. If we start with 4,000, brilliant. And it's only going to go upwards as long as everything carries on the way it's going, which fingers crossed it will.
I got my jab yesterday.
Oh, you got your jab?
Yeah. The joys of being old.
Ah, that's good. Joys of being old. Actually, Steph, did you talk to Matt today about his jab?
Yeah, he messaged me. He's got his day before Cadwell. Oh, no, Thursday before Cadwell, isn't he? Hey, right.
No, it's the day before Cadwell, isn't it? So Matt's got his COVID jab the day before Cadwell.
He is. I'm not going to lie. Everyone I've known that's had the AstraZeneca has felt rough as arseholes as soon as they've had it done.
That was me.
Just for the record, Matt, Steph, if you need a second driver, I'll step in. I'll be there.
Ah, yes. Hang on. Is that the first Mick I want to drive your car of the day?
Yeah, well, it's been a while since. Well, it used to be partly my car anyway, so hopefully.
Oh my God!
Hopefully, Matt Hibbard gets really ill, and I need to drive the car at Cadwell Park.
There we
Nothing
go.
Like a bit of team there, is it?
Nothing like a bit of team bonding there. Go on, get ill, you bastard! I want your car, damn it.
Look, okay, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Desperate times go for desperate measures. Well, we're quite busy tonight. The comments are already flying in. So Ben Neil Robinson joined us. Liam Browning joins us. Pescara Productions joins us and makes a good point. He said you can even go to the Brit Awards before you can go to the track.
Oh.
Yeah, Jordan Honeybone is immediately getting T-boned at Silverstone. He's called me Rafa Nadal. Scott Woodwis has joined us this evening. That's it. I'm ignoring you now, Jordan. That was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
What is T-Bone?
I'd love to see you playing tennis. Funny.
Oh my God! It'd be like a rhino walking a tightrope, I think. But anyway, okay, last bit of news that I quickly caught from today. Uncle Luke's have launched a Snetterton-based local saloon series with 3 races. They're going to have Snet 200 on the 26th of June, Snet 300 on the 18th and 19th of September, and Snet 300 again on the 2nd and 3rd of October, which I think is the weekend we're there. It is an MSVR weekend.
They missed a trick there. It should have been the Snetterton 400.
Is there a 400?
No.
out over the bridge, down to the gate, turn round at the McDonald's, come back straight onto the back straight, down towards the bomb hole. Basically halfway to Thetford. Okay. Well, to be honest, guys, there's 3 weeks worth of it, so we may as well just go balls deep straight into it. We will discuss it and take your comments during, so stay tight. What I have done with this racing roundup and why it also took me so long, I looked at TSL. So I took the first race of each series, counted how many cars started, got an average, got the highest, got the lowest, and I basically worked out just how bloody packed the grids were. Yeah. And to be honest, I think there's 1 or 2 meetings where the lowest was 8. Everyone is at least in their teens apart from that. And the highest I saw was something like 41.
The grids have just been absolutely astonishing, which, to be honest...
Robert, you clearly didn't look too far because you would have known that the Enduro KA had
was 51
bloody cars on the grid, Donington, a couple of weeks back.
51 cars. It was literally a long train of cars in a lap.
Kudos to MSB for that, because it was bloody mad. I've never seen so many KAs in all my life.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was literally the train. You guys did the live video, and it was like, okay, so where are the cars? And then it just kept coming and kept coming. Wicked weekend though, wasn't it? However, we will come on to a brief report by Steph and Nick on how the weekend went for the Club Racing UK KA. We start off at MSVR at Snetterton. They had an average grid of 21, with the highest being 34. Now, to be completely honest at this point, the highest grid of 34 was the Mini Challenge Trophy. As you would have saw, they were also at Thruxton the weekend. I didn't report on that because it was on the Toka package, being all technical and that. But if you have got a chance, get onto ITV Hub, watch the races there. It was absolutely astonishing. And the first round didn't go without any drama either, because the race won by Grave Motorsports' Lee Pearce. He won by 100th of a second across the line. They had to go upstairs to adjudicate on it and go with the cameras. And now I did have a look at the picture. It was sent to me a while back, but I could not find it for love nor money. Matt Howard took a second win during that meeting, but it was absolutely impressive indeed. Fantastic. The Radicals were out as well. They're struggling a little bit on numbers at the moment, but I know they're quite bolstered by sort of the works team side of it there. And we move on to Liddon Hill. Circuit very close to my heart there. They had an average grid of about 13, highest of 20, lowest of about 5, which was a classic challenge. Rod Burley took 4 wins. 3 of the grids were above average, but the burgers... we got to move on to the burgers here, because Jonathan Bevan is absolutely going nuts here about this. £27 for 3 burgers, he's told. He obviously has never been to an MSV circuit.
He needs a burger man. Like, we've got a Darren Harvey with us. He was our burgers for us.
Bring the barbecue.
All joking aside, save your money. Bring your food along. Yeah, barbecue.
Yeah.
Save some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what we started. But then, to be honest, it's Jonathan Bevan, and he'll do anything to
have a moment.
Stefan said it. Stefan said it. I wouldn't say anything like that bad about our Jonathan. He's a loyal listener to the show.
He's a very loyal listener.
He did win, but I don't want to push him up too far, because all he does is complain about burgers otherwise. Although, to be fair, I have to give some credit to Jonathan, and I'll shout out for it now. The CMMC are requiring some marshals at their event on the 13th of June at Mallory Park. So if you need some signatures, you're into your marshalling, if you fancy getting in an orange suit and waving some flags and not being arrested for it, go to Mallory Park, because it comes in useful.
Definitely. Come on, guys. You know our view on the Orange Army. We need them.
Yeah, Jonathan Honeybone.
I'd be up for it, but I think I'm working that weekend.
Now, we've got a controversial comment here, Stefan. I would like you to answer this one from Mr. Honeybone. T-Bone, like Stefan did at Donington.
I don't think so. Hang on. We haven't sent the clip in. I think it's worthy of it. As it's being started.
You told me, Steph, that you were all the way up the inside and the idiot didn't even see you. That's what you said.
Yeah, to that effect. Right, here we go. That's really hard.
No one is going to see that. Yeah, no. Oh, you were definitely down the inside.
Good save.
I definitely think it was the other way around. I've lost my soundboard now. Hang on.
He's lost his soundboard. How big is this thing? Oh no, it's on the iPhone. Okay. Patrick Seal, do you think Rob has odd-sized biceps like Rafa too? I wonder why. I'm not even going to answer that, Patrick. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. You've got a point, but I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Mario Neofitu.
Let's talk about racing and not masturbating.
See, I didn't even mention Oh, the show's going downhill by the second. Chris Pearson, Mario Neofitu joins us as well. Jordan Honeybone also states that £5 a burger is his limit. AJ Owen also states that he wouldn't mind being a quid behind Mr. Bevan. So it's all kicking off tonight. Basically, you two are going to stir up the shit enough. There's going to be riots at the next club racing event we go to.
Wow,
I'm up for that. Silverstone this weekend, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we are going to probably come to
burger prices like?
Well, it's Silverstone, mate. They host the British Grand Prix. It's probably a tenner for the lettuce.
Yeah.
It is probably now, Nick.
That's all right, then, Rob. You definitely don't eat the lettuce.
No, that's just a waste of fucking time. Absolute waste of time.
Could be an extra slice of cheese.
An extra slice of cheese?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You've got to double down on the cheese.
Yeah, you got to double down on the cheese.
I really feel like this show is going to go on until midnight unless we move this on.
It probably is. Well, to be fair, Nick, sat there munching pizza. We've got 2 comments there that making other people order takeout. So you are part of the obesity epidemic out there.
Sorry, it's my last slice. It's my last slice.
What flavour?
We get some commission from Domino's.
Gone with barbecue chicken. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
It's what happens when you work till 6. You don't get in time to eat before your podcast. So sorry, everybody. I'm going to have to eat in front of you.
It's about time we did some bloody work. Anyway, the Super Saloons were out with Rob Burley taking 2 wins. It was a smaller grid than usual that you would normally have there. A lot of people choosing to sort of avoid Linden Hill. It's a smaller circuit, not really to people's taste. Were you not interested in it, Cam?
We were at Silverstone that weekend, I think.
Yes, you were. If it was on the same weekend, so yes, we'll come to that, Cam, because we have got an onboard.
Yeah, I mean the Classic and the CM CS, they're doing a brilliant job. So fair play to them. They're working really hard. So I will be out of them later in the season.
Fantastic. It was also the first round for the Modified Ford Series. We, of course, had Paul Neville on the show last year. Again, Rob Burley took 2 wins because he hadn't had enough. Sarah Dennis finally got back racing after a few years and won herself Driver of the Day in her little Fiesta XR2i. Wayne Johnson and Dave Hutchins shared the win in the tin tops, with Colin Smith and Ray Harris winning the Intermark in a rather entertaining race. And we have got a lovely little video there that was produced by some Formula One media people, no doubt. Ooh. But we've got a little snippet for you here.
Oh, this is a bit high.
That's brilliant. I think Alex Baldwin is. That's who it is. Alex does a great job doing those, and it's making the club another level. I think if clubs make more effort on that kind of stuff, it helps get the recognition clubs deserve. So fair play to them. They're putting the effort in, and it's paying dividends, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in the videos going up at the moment, I think more or less every single meeting has been covered by some form of live streaming. So we'll sort of name the various different providers and stuff. But if you go onto YouTube, there, the CMMC have organised some lovely highlights reels of each race, including Mod Fords, the Super Saloons, Tin Tops, Intermarks, all with commentary, on board, you name it. That was just a snippet of what they've produced. And if it's anything like that, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So good luck to them. We have had a couple of comments going back to the pizza there, Nick. Okay, now, Robin Welch, who's just taken over the running of the C1 Racing Club, if that pizza has barbecue sauce, you need to have a word with yourself.
What? Barbecue sauce lives on pizza. It just does.
I preferred it when Domino's was doing half and half, so I could have half tomato, half barbecue. That's where it's at. And double tomato sauce, much better.
Double tomato sauce.
You don't need double tomato sauce.
Yeah, you do.
No one needs that.
Try it. Next time on the Domino's, hit that extra button on the sauce.
No, Texas barbecue with a stuffed crust. That's my go-to.
Okay. Richard Dobman says you've got some food in your beard there, Nicholas.
Sorry, Rich.
Mario Neophytu, the modified Fords
Rich,
were awesome.
come and get it for me.
Oh, he's such a tease. It's unbelievable. Jordan Honeybone, couldn't see the clip. Thankfully, I wasn't driving. Would you be okay sending me the clip as I couldn't see, Steph, please?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Right, okay. Jordan, he'll send it over to you. No problem at all. Greg Conboy, Lyddon isn't the best of tracks, in my opinion. I like it. Because I've had a bit of fun there in the past, but I just thought where it's quite small and quite tricky, you're just on it constantly. It's a bit like Brands Indy, but...
It's a bit of a tyre eater. That's the problem with Lyddon.
Yeah.
It eats your tyres and then...
It's really abrasive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really abrasive track.
I was going to say, that being said, I did ruin a set of Triple Eights at that track. Unbelievable. Just 2 races.
But you got a podium. You got a podium.
I got 2. I think they're behind me, actually. Yeah, those 2 up there by me.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally 2 races and a set of Triple Eights, and the tread was absolutely knackered. It is very abrasive, but then I suppose with the Rallycross being there, they have to because they're like 300 million horsepower and...
Yeah, they need to stick it to the floor somehow.
Exactly. Now, David Christie, I'm hoping this isn't confirmed. I will need to get official sources on this, and I don't mean the kind you put on your burger. £12.50 for 1 burger, still frozen and half a raw onion. Artisan.
What's that? Silverstone prices, yeah.
Liam Brown in his complaining it was £3.50 for a single flake 99 at Donington on Sunday. They don't price them like they used to.
What?
Can you remember when a 99 was
How
99?
$3.50 for a 99
with a single.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I feel this needs to be a topic.
This will be a topic. 99 flakes at racetracks. We will get this done and put into a podcast.
Genuinely, on a race weekend, put the effort in. Get the food beforehand. Get yourself a barbecue, a little bottle of gas. When it's well,
there's some coal, man.
Oh man,
it's not barbecue and gas.
You honestly save yourself a fortune, and it makes racing a bit more affordable.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that is a very good point. We've covered cost saving in motorsport before. Bringing your own food to the circuit, 100%.
The only problem I find is we bring all this food with us, and then I end up eating biscuits and crisps.
Well, to be fair,
Standard.
I do want to give a shout out to my missus here because she spent before the first round at Donington, she spent the night before cooking and making these lovely sweet chili wraps for us all to share, all wrapped, big cool box just full of bits, and just kept us fed all day.
Where was this? I did not see this.
Oh no, that was because it was for the Focus team.
I see.
I didn't. Okay. Don't worry, Steph. I got none of this, and I was part of the Focus team.
Oh, you didn't get a wrap?
No, I did not.
Oh, so right. Well, if you must know, Nick, they were very nice.
Oh, well, I don't want your shitty wraps anyway.
Oh. To be honest, Nick, don't say that to Dee up close. She's a little terrier, mate. She'll rip your fucking legs off.
I wouldn't. Love you, Dee.
Lucas has actually messaged in and said he's killed 2 Dunlop BTCC slicks within 2 track day sessions at Lyddon, but it's great for spectators. You can see the whole circuit. Yeah, I've watched a rallycross there as well. It's a brilliant spectacle. Neil Ashcroft has confirmed he's had both jabs of AstraZeneca and had no reactions from either jab, but occasionally a radar goes off. That's just when Bill Gates tunes in, mate. He's just watching what you're doing. That's it. Can you imagine if Matt is halfway around Cadwell and it just starts going off, and all it is Bill Gates is watching him live at home. He's watching the KAs.
What, a live stream straight from Matt's eyeballs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just as he sees it.
Yeah. Right, Jordan Honeybones also asked, are you lads ready for a wet Silverstone Saturday? It's not going to be wet. All right.
It's going to be wet. It's going to be so wet.
Hang on.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Have a weather update.
To be honest, I did check the forecast, and it was only going to be wet going into the afternoon, and we're going to be done by 1 o'clock.
Oh no, it's changed. It's pissing down. It's going to be wet. I'm looking forward to it.
Can I just say, Rob? Can I just say, Rob? As we all know, the last time I was at Silverstone, I was a wet specialist.
Nick, you went sideways around one corner and held it. That was all that happened.
Yeah. Drift King.
Oh, you were the wet specialist before. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Jonathan Bevan, he's going to do a spreadsheet with the food prices. John, you crack on, mate. Absolutely crack on. I've got enough shit to do.
You have too much time on your hands if you feel you need to do a spreadsheet on the food around circuits in the UK. But if you do, we will feature it in our next show.
Exactly.
We'll talk about it for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to bring him on and talk about it.
Greg Conboy, he's got a £100 bet on Cam coming P1 at Brands next week.
We'll give it a go. We'll try. I doubt it. You've got Andrew Windmill, you've got Martin Addison. There's some really quick cars out there. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, damn straight. The CSC they have got an impressive grid, I must say.
It's a good-looking grid as well.
It's a very good-looking grid. Right, let's move on to Bark at Cadwell Park. We've got our first image of the day, and let's be honest, curb your loins, people. That's all I'm saying, because I'll bring up the Hyundai Coupe Cup first, and we've got Alistair Kersley, and Alistair Dendy got the first win for the Gen 3 car. There he is. He's very happy. Laid across the bonnet.
He's got soundboard.
Oh,
look at that!
Applause.
You know what, right? I've got to say this now. Obviously, I've said it countless times in the show, and hopefully one day it'll amount to something. But I love the Hyundai Coupe Cup. I really do, and I'm so happy to see the Gen 3 is now up there with the other Gen 1s and 2s. Like, it's now all gelling together.
Are they roughly equal speed-wise?
I can't really talk technically wise. I know the Gen 3 is a hell of a lot heavier, and I know it took a lot of time to get it where it is. And John Winter and his team to get it there, and everybody else who's been helping out. It's obviously securing the future of their championship. But to have all three generations of Hyundai Coupe battling it out, top effort from them, really. So I still need to go in one though, guys. Come on, sort me out, please.
Well, we have been trying. COVID did kill the first attempt, didn't it, Nick? But funnily enough,
literally 2 days before I was about to race it, that
COVID just killed everything.
Honestly,
forget what people dying. Nick didn't get out in a Hyundai Coupe.
Yeah,
not happy. First world problems.
Important things in life.
Okay, the two CVs were out.
I know where I was when I got the news as well.
Oh God, it's like, what is it, like 9/11 and JFK's assassination? I knew where I was, where I couldn't get into
exactly where I was.
Oh God!
Right, I was actually sat on the lift of our new roller coaster, and I got the email going cancelled. I nearly cried.
Oh God, so let's move on and focus on some racing before Nick has a very slow deterioration into depression. Pete Sparrow won the double in the two CVs.
I'm there already.
Oh, Nick, God bless you.
This is straight vodka in here.
Yeah, we got a picture of Pete Sparrow and the two CVs that were out at Alton Park. We know we've got a few listeners that do race in the two CVs, the Proietti family. There we go.
Hey, look at it. There it is.
Do you know what? Those guys deserve a medal. I've seen those guys pedal around Brands Hatch, and that is fair play to them.
It's good fun. It is really good fun, considering you got a contact patch of about that.
In case nobody knew it, Rob has rolled a 2CV. I'm pretty sure no one has ever heard the story before. But
that was supposed to be a yawn, but I think someone got a bit excited.
Oh, right, an excited yawn. Max 5 was out as well. One of the exceptions for our bumper sort of episode. Max 5 is still struggling for numbers. They had a high of 9 out. Paul Rudderson got the pair of wins in the MX5 Mark 4. Yeah, they've only got 9 in Max 5, and I think half of them were RX8s.
Over diluted, isn't it? That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. You've had the 750 Motor Club. They were at Castle Combe. We'll report on them later. They had over 40, and it got a bit chaotic. BRSCC have got about 2.5 million that turn up to a meeting, and they have different coloured sort of meetings. It's all getting a bit diluted in certain areas, but I think it kind of depends where people prefer, I guess. Ian Slark and Nevin Kirkpatrick fielded the wins in the Mighty Minis, which has returned to reasonable numbers as well. So that was a one-day meeting at Cadwell Park over and done with. Some very good racing there. The highlight of that weekend for me, though, as demonstrated on the live stream, was the Bark meeting at Silverstone International covering the Brit Car Insurance and the British TCR Championship. Cam, you might have had something to do with this meeting.
Yeah, I was out with the guys at Squadhurst Racing. We were all out. We got 2 cars out. It was brilliant. We were a 1.6 and a 1.8, so we had the smallest engines. We're up against Jags, Alfa Romeo 3 litre. It's proper touring car stuff. The classic, the Mini versus the big Ford Galaxies. It felt the same for me. Yeah. And I mean, those Jags, unreal. I want to have a go on one of those. Have you seen them? The XJS 4000?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you mentioned about the Ford Galaxy and the Minis and everything. We've got a lovely picture here from the pre-66s that were out. Hopefully. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful cars. Absolutely stunning cars. Especially that Ford Galaxy.
Proper touring cars. Classic touring cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-66 classic touring cars, to be precise. Peter Smith and Ollie Attard battled hard in both races. Funnily enough, they're not actually in the picture because they were both in Lotus Cortinas. I know for a fact, looking at the result sheets, they both finished within a second of each other. Not bad for a car that was built over 50 years ago, eh?
No.
Now, one thing that they noticed in Northamptonshire as well was the amount of post office robberies that suddenly went through the roof. Of course, it meant the pre-83s were out, and more importantly, the Jags were out. In case people don't realise, we did go through this last year, so if you drive a Jag, you are immediately a villain. So what you do is you go out, you do your post office robbery, you rob a print, get stuff done, get in your Jag, go to the circuit, win a few races, punch someone in the face, and then drive home.
It's true. It's a true fact. It just is.
The thing, well, you watch.
If you drive a Jag, please confirm.
Well, to be honest, right, if you look at any gangster film, right, guaranteed the Ardnuts driving a Jag. Phil Mitchell used to drive a Jag.
Yeah.
You would see it.
And the Ardnut is also British. Have you ever noticed that? All villains are British.
Yeah, apparently all villains are British.
Or Russian.
Most of them are. Or Russian, yeah.
Yeah, right, let's go back to the comments. Jonathan Bevan, the imp is about to lap them in the pre-66 photo. He's really not, John. He's really not. No, I joke. He probably is. But more importantly, we're waiting to see the progress on your imp. So get it built and get it out.
He's not going to race it, is he? He's too proud of it.
Oh, no, you're joking.
He's gone too far.
It's not going to be a show pony, is it?
Unbelievable. Gutted.
Unbelievable.
That's the thing with racing cars. If you make them too neat, you're not going to use them properly. They need a bit of, you need to be not afraid of a bit of a love tap.
That's why. See, that's why mine's rough as fuck.
It's because it's so quick. Rough cars are quicker.
Well, hopefully we'll see it at Silverstone. Chris Pratt, ask Cam about being sideways at Silverstone. Come on, Cam.
So race one, race one we started, and being a 1.6, it was literally my only chance to get anywhere. So I just sent it on the first corner, and it went massively sideways. So I thought, oh shit. It was going, and I thought, right, we'll get away with a bit of opposite lock. And I'm literally sideways across the whole grid, and a whole bunch of brake lights came on. But the good news is it helped my teammate, because he kept his foot in it. So James, it was tactics, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tactics right there.
See, Cam, what you missed out there, mate, was, what I decided to do was spin my car to clearly help my teammate there. Come on, man, dress it up. It's got to be done. Now, we move to the 93 and 03 championship that you guys were out in, Cam, and that man did it again. AJ Owen dominated both races in the 03s, and Ray West came back and guest starred in his old M3 when the driver, I think it was Graham Myers, couldn't do it. If you have got a chance, again, Bark have put the whole day on YouTube. If you want to sit and watch some racing, sod that Formula One stuff off. Yeah. Go and watch some of this live stream because 100%. It's some of the best racing ever.
And for the record, if there is anyone because I saw them pining about it the other day. Everyone's pining. Oh, we got to wait 3-4 weeks till the next BTCC race. Oh, I know it was a great weekend for Upton, but come on, guys. If you're missing out on racing and you're a BTCC fan, get on these live streams.
Yeah, honestly, we're spoiled, aren't we? We're
spoiled. Tons of racing to watch.
We are now. Oh, exciting news. Jonathan Bevan says it's coming out.
What's he talking about? His car or his...
Well, I don't know.
Let me see if I've got a sound effect for that.
Okay, hang on, Steph.
Oh.
What was that?
What was that?
It sounded like booing.
It was supposed to be, oh...
Ah, okay. Right, we have got a rather special video for you now from the 93 and 03 race. This is the split-screen video of the C-Tech that Mr. Cam Tunio was driving, and a Jag, as you'll see, with a big wad of cash in the boot. Have a look.
Keeping them honest.
I feel sorry, Colin.
Can I just say though, that is awesome to have the roaring V8 or V12 sound of the Jag, and then the Honda just absolutely screaming its nuts off. That was cool.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ, it sounds a little bit like the supercharger on Steph's Mini.
I feel sorry for the boys at Sodhurst. I mean, Dick and Jamie, they work their backside off. I mean, the thing is, to get that car going anywhere, I have to rag the living shit out of it, basically. And, fair play to them. I think before that, I think Jamie spent 5 hours with his daughter over 2 weeks, so fair play to the guys prepping it. It's the same with everyone else, isn't it? It's putting the effort into these cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You've got to put it in there, but I think that's a pretty good testament to putting that time in. You know, there were some pretty tasty cars there you were fighting.
I loved it. The thing is, we've built, I think some of the comments I got was, we've built a car that's more, we can take anywhere. You know, it doesn't have a splitter, 1.6. It just means we can get out everywhere, whereas some of those guys had splitters and that kind of stuff. And it's whether you build a car for one championship or you build a car for multiple championships. Yeah. And we've always tried multiple.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, as much as you can, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've taken that little Honda. I've taken it to Spa. We've taken it to everywhere. Silverstone, Anglesey. So,
it's good, mate. It's good.
Fantastic. Right, back to some comments. Patrick Seal, the Bark comment. The Bark coverage is awesome, proper awesome. It was. I was quite impressed with it, actually. We'll come on to it later as well. I don't know if you guys got the chance to watch the BRSCC live stream. I thought was very good. A lot of the channels now have sort of upped their game to go with it.
You know why though? Don't you?
Why?
Because we covered how important live streaming is in club racing.
Exactly.
Everyone has taken our consumer advice on board and upped their game.
It is though, isn't it? You get sponsors involved, you get your family involved. Your mum and dad can't come. You can. My mum and dad watched it on a live stream.
Yeah, it's just so accessible now, isn't it? There's no excuses to not have it, really. I know people say costs and stuff, but for your bang for your buck, you know.
Yeah, it brings so much more.
Spot on.
You know, as you say with sponsors and stuff. I don't know why we're going off on this topic, but It doesn't have to cost the racer or the organizer. We just get it sponsored and paid for.
No. The only reason is
as easy as that. There you go. If anyone's going to take any advice from today's show, just get sponsored. Get sponsored. Get it paid for. Nice one, Steph.
Piece of piss, Steph, 100%. But no, I mean, the only reason I sort of brought it up was the fact that there was so much motorsport on, and the fact that if I wanted to refer back to something or watch a clip of the racing, 9 times out of 10, there was something online for me to go and watch.
Yeah.
And that's great. And that's something to build on into the future. And I'll be honest, I think COVID has played a part in that because people have realised we're a more interactive world now with the technology. So we go back racing, boom, let's put it into that. Fantastic. And of course, the lovely job the boys and girls at My Supercar are doing.
Indeed, they do. That is who is bringing you us tonight. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I got lost then. I was like,
he's had a long day. Right, now, this next picture, I do warn you now, it is before the 9 o'clock watershed, and we don't normally show this much pornography, but Rickwood got the double in the ex-HRT Holden.
No, don't do it.
Pull the picture up.
Don't do it. No.
Oh
God. Clean up in aisle 3.
That is a lovely machine, isn't it? I mean, that's proper. Proper.
It is.
That's a proper racing car.
Nothing.
Club race?
Yeah.
Is that club? I mean,
it's Thunder.
Well, it is. It's in a club. It's a club racing event, isn't it? But that's still on the borderlines of buying a TCR car and taking it to Club Enduro.
I mean, to be fair, in that race, when you've got more or less 4 of those, you had Alex Sidwell's Holden. You know, that's a 2013 Brad Jones car. You had the you had the Paul Leaton 05 liveried Holden Commodore as well, the big banger. Trying to think of what else. Andy Robinson was out in the Ford Falcon in the 00 livery as well. Just fantastic cars.
Don't forget, you also had the old Vectra Super Touring 2000.
You did.
What a car that is.
I think that's probably as far taken away from a Vectra as you can imagine, considering the engine's on the floor. It's got a flat floor, the aero, and
that's exactly what mine looks like.
Exactly.
Literally, it came out of the factory. They took out the little beaded seats and the terrible tan interior, put a cage in it, and away it went. It's exactly how you could have bought it from the showroom.
Did they put the taxi sign on the roof?
No, they had to take it off, stupid.
I thought it'd be an extra aerodynamic aid. Mario Neophytu, Ian Waterhouse must have shit himself on what? Excuse me, what?
Are you saying about aerodynamic aids?
Oh,
like your splitter.
Oh, let.
I like that.
Okay. The thing is, I'm still getting rinsed for a splitter, and people are like, "Oh, you know, don't worry about it. You know, it will go great at Silverstone." And I'm like, I didn't have one on the Donington, and I haven't put one back on the car. So, splitter jokes should be coming back at the end of the year. Anyway. Yeah, why not? Mario Neophytu, Ian Waterhouse must have absolutely cacked his pants on Saturday at Snetterton just to get some coverage. Now, I didn't put it in tonight's feature because it was part of the brick. It was part of the Brick Car Endurance package, which, to be honest, to me, it's a little bit of a level above club racing. But there was quite a nasty incident in the pit lane there involving an unsafe release. It will be going around on social media, but yeah.
Hey. But come on, as we're there and as we're on that subject, if you saw that, get your comments in. That was a fucking shambles. Well, I mean, right? I'm gonna go as strong as saying that whoever was organising that pit lane needs shooting because honestly, that was ridiculous.
I mean,
but it's true.
In the classic sports car club, we do pit stops in a 40-minute race. There's never been any contact in the pit lane.
Yeah, exactly that. Something as prestigious as the Brick Car, and I'm not trying to bring anyone down or anything like that. I know it was a busy pit lane, but honestly, guys, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And if anyone disagrees with me, you can sod off. That should never happen in a pit lane. Shouldn't happen in a pit lane.
Well, the worrying thing was
parked up 3 wide.
No, to be honest, the only thing of concern, and I know you guys will have same concern as well. If that Golf would have hit someone, it wouldn't have been "I'll brush yourself off and get back going."
No,
that could have
that's what I mean. That is what I think. That is why I feel so strongly about it. Is the fact that you were so fucking lucky that someone didn't get seriously hurt. Then
they should have planned ahead and parked at angle, shouldn't they? They shouldn't have parked them like that. They should have
45 degrees.
45 degree angle. Simple as that.
Pushback.
We do it. Yeah. We have to do it with Ford KAs.
Yeah, it's the same with a lot. Pascarov actually said apparently Bark are trying to remove the footage of it from YouTube anyway. Maybe it was a bit of an embarrassing moment for them.
Freedom of speech.
Well,
exactly. The problem is with the way social media is anyway. Everyone's seen it. Or what you need to do now, the best thing to do about it, whoever, would be just to say, right, we're aware this has happened. We're doing something about it and apologise profusely.
Yeah. I'm trying to hide it.
Has Nick put Vaseline on his screen to make it look better?
Yeah, I was going to say, I went really blurry then, didn't I? It's probably just the mess from that Holden just dribbling down the phone.
Yeah, exactly. AJ Owen, they should have been forward facing the garage at 45 degrees and then pushed back. Yep, absolutely agree with a lot of the stacked pit lanes. I mean, it kind of reminded me, I don't know if you guys ever saw it, when the British GT last went to Thruxton and there was a big incident in there. All the cars crashed into each other. There was a similar thing there. And it actually got to a point where the British GT went, we're not going to Thruxton anymore.
Yeah. But
do they still have that?
Not being funny, Snetterton isn't a small pit lane.
No, it is kind of cramped for the size of the field, but it is doable.
Can I, as you mentioned Thruxton, can I mention the Marshall post on Church?
Yes.
That thing needs to effing move. I think Rock Valley, they went off in the Classic Sports Car Club, hit it, almost killed the Marshall. Last year we've had, I think David...
Chase Racing, yeah.
Nick Hamilton's hit. It's just in the wrong place. I emailed them last year. They weren't interested. Yeah.
The problem with that, and it's again that's something else that's sort of done the rounds online as well, hasn't it? It's how long is it going to take a marshal being killed before something is done?
That's going to kill someone, either a driver or a marshal. That needs action.
Yeah.
This podcast has gone very deep and very angry all of a sudden.
It has got very deep and very. Yeah, it's got very deep, very angry, political. Let's go back to the racing. Brick Car Trophy, Motorsport, BMW 1 Series got a pair of wins. Joe Thompson and Jeff Smith used to be some sort of racer, I hear, Jeff Smith. A pair of 1-2 finishes by 0.1 seconds in the Mini 7s. Endaf Owens and Nick Padmore shared the spoils in the Mini Miglias. Again, Bark, live stream, watch the Mini Miglias, because I can tell you, it's probably better than the bloody Porsche Caymans were at the weekend, and they're on the Toka package.
Yeah, and I believe the Miglias are going to be back on the package this year as well.
I think.
Andy Jordan as well? Is that what he does?
Yep. We're coming to that later, Cam, because he did get quite successful with that. He did get quite successful.
Oh, cough out, Steph.
Yeah, you're right there, Steph. Go on, beat your chest, mate. It's all good. Fantastic. Right. Now, while the international meeting was going on with Bark, the 750 Motor Club decided we're going to have a bit of that. And they went on the national course. The best bit about Silverstone, 2 meetings going on at the same time. The grid average here was 24 cars, the highest being 37. The lowest being 12, which was some of the specialist formula stuff. 6 of those grids were above average. So 6 of those grids were above 24. That's impressive.
And everyone was concerned that club racing was going to suffer throughout COVID.
There we go. Well, Niall Bradley bagged a pair from Brad Sheehan in the BMW CCR. And if you want to see a good looking grid, Nick's about to explode. Have a look at this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh, crikey.
Well done to the Bradleys. They've got some effort into those cars, haven't they? They've got a couple of them, haven't they? A couple of brothers.
Yeah, I mean,
working on it.
To be honest, it's only because he's on our little sort of WhatsApp group, Graham Crowhurst. He was in that field last year, but sadly, as what a lot of people would know, his car was actually destroyed in a fire over the winter. It was gutting not see him out there, because you would have known with Graham, he'd have been at the front of that field fighting with them for the win. So hopefully he gets out soon, hopefully in another M3, because if you ever watched him race, he's bloody awesome in it when you can see the car.
Yeah, you can't. It's only a couple of red wheels just driving around, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. He sends us pictures, and it's like, well, where's the frigging car then? Right, let's go back to some comments as well. Sorry, I'm trying not to rush. Oh yeah, it's got
explain that for the people that don't know.
It's got a really nice Well, it used to have a really nice camouflage livery. All done at home. It was a brilliant, well presented car.
It's got a camouflage livery now, along with the other many cars that were in the place that went up in flames.
let's move it on from that. Mario Neophytu, they changed it for us on Sunday by having different pit windows for different classes. No problem. So that's obviously a reaction. Brick car so the SVG boys would have been out with brick car trophy, so that's good. They fixed the issue. Absolutely fine. Own your mistakes is the way I see it. We all make fuck ups. Own them. Just say, okay, put it out there. We made a mistake, but we're doing something about it.
Yeah.
Pescara Productions. I won't go into anything about motorsport promoters banning footage. Been on the receiving of that already. Stop sending them nudes then. Taylor Norton. Have just seen the video. That was really bad in the pit lane. Sam Pearce. Not the first time a pit lane incident has happened, and it won't be the last, especially in multi-class endurance. Not saying it makes it okay, but still. Yeah, he's got a good point there, but
it's a controlled area though, isn't it? Of course, you're mixing people with cars. It's going to happen. But it was just the scale that it happened on, I think, was just where it went wrong.
But then what can you do? To a certain degree, you can't close the pit lane. If there's only space for 30 cars and then they've got 60 cars out there, in their defence, a bit of bad management, but, what can you do sometimes?
What was it? I'm assuming it was a safety car that everybody just reacted to. So
the safety car was out, but they had the safety car out, and they went for a lap or so. But then the pit lane window opened. They have a window, so that opened. Everyone was straight in, bar 2 cars. So you're looking for trouble. So back to Silverstone quickly. The Type R Trophy. Did any of you guys get a chance to have a look at that? No, if you do get a chance, go out and have a look. There was a fantastic scrap in both races between Adam Shepherd and Lee Deegan in both races. It was a winner piece for both of them. The grids were up to 30. So once again, the Civic EP3 proving it is the choice of car.
Nick's favourite car?
Everyone's favourite car. Everyone loves a Honda Civic, don't they, Cam?
I love a Honda Civic.
I'll have to change it on the back to either Nick Holmes loves golf or Nick Holmes loves Hondas.
Look, I'm willing to give one a try if anyone wants to let me have a go. See if they can change my...
If you have a Honda Civic EP3 and would like to get yourself a drive, hang on, Steph's going for the soundboard.
We've got to try
I will try anything.
The Snodhurst Racing, he's got one. But he's an animal.
Nick loves taming animals. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Barry McMahon at the double with the Alfa Romeos. Now, the race I was looking forward to, quite obviously, was the Road Sports, because it's a similar specification to what we're doing at the weekend with the Track Day Championship on the same circuit. So I tuned in on Alpha Live, and unfortunately, it was chaos at turn 2 at the start. Let's play the video.
Sports cars and saloons as well. Quite a few BMWs, including from the front row of the grid. So they head down towards... that's a bit of touch there. There's a spin as well as a result of that. It was David Sheed that initially made contact with another driver, but several have been caught up in that, including the 77 car. That's Finn Jones in the Golf 25. Darren Ball, one of the favourites, and the 133 car as well, also involved there, Andy. And that's the Eager.
Oh dear.
That's a busy grid.
That's a very busy grid. There was a few people a bit late on the brakes there. I think they had Andy Neate syndrome.
Which idiot said the
Andy Neate syndrome. No. See, Rob, you're wrong there, because that isn't Andy Neate syndrome. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, Steph.
Sorry, Nick.
That isn't Andy Neat syndrome, because at least those guys made an attempt to actually press their brake pedal.
Right, let's move on before we're threatened and sued.
Bring it on! The guy's a clown!
Mechanical
What
failure.
happened? Did he get a penalty for it or not?
He got a £2,000 fine. Tim, he got a £2,000 fine and points on it. But the best bit for me was on Twitter, Tim Harvey
Did they miss
called
a
him
zero
out.
off?
Well, it's not as if he can't
Honestly,
afford it. But the best bit was...
There's one thing that's brilliant that's come from it, is the BTCC meme page has gone mental. It's been relentless, and it's so good.
It's been
so
fantastic.
Good.
I mean, the highlight for me that just said it all was the fact that Tim Harvey, who commentates and is an ambassador for the series and former champion, he retweeted the Clerk of the Course's report into it, and then was like, have a look at this. And the amount of people that are liking it, just saying he's got a £2,000 fine, it's like, yeah, you're not very popular, mate. I get that there's be kind and everything like that, but don't act, at least, like, own your mistakes. Just say, look, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I hit the clutch instead of the brake.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think that was the point that Tim was also trying to make, wasn't it? He was so quick to jump on, it was a mechanical failure, blaming, or
the team.
Instigating that the people that prepped the car, etc., were at fault, when it wasn't. It was the bloody idiot behind the wheel again.
Have you guys got the lawyers? Because it's coming, isn't it, with Nick's rant?
Yeah. Pescara actually says, it's bad when the guy who raced in that BTCC finale thinks you're driving like a tool. To be fair, Harvey wasn't the one that hit Cleland. It was Soper, but still. Jonathan Bevan, Adam Shepherd is class in any car, highly rated. AJ Owen, brake for... Yeah, we get that, yeah. Going back. Oh, no, that's all the comments, don't worry. Neil Ashcroft, Cam is sideways at every corner. Ask him if he actually remembers a corner he just went round.
That's boring, isn't it? If it doesn't look good, don't do it. That's my philosophy. Lap times are boring.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have got an ambassador alert about this later, but the MX-5 engine Mazda's route, Danny Andrew with the double, a growing series by the round, a lot bigger grids than last year. It's growing. It's certainly going to be the one to take over low cost when it starts to die down due to the engine situation there. A Peugeot 205 double in the classic stock hatch with Stuart Place as well. That was another good race to watch. And the BMW 116 trophy route for their 90-minute enduro with Mark Burton taking the win. A grid of 30, still growing by the numbers, lots of cars in build. Fantastic. And it's actually one of the series that Nick was allowed to have a go in last year as well.
Yeah, see, they're nice to me. We like the 116 trophy.
I saw the Snetterton and it was sideways everywhere. In the way.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we move on to MSVR Donington, and I can see Stefan Nick's ears prick up because the average grid there was 19. The highest was 51, and we could know exactly what that race was. Three of the grids were above or on the average of 19. So again, fantastic grid numbers, guys. The lowest was 8, which is a few of the championships that are starting to amalgamate. They're struggling a bit. Older cars, hard to get parts. Enduro KA route and Octane Junkies took the win on the 51 car grid, even though I've wrote here it's a 52 car grid. Stefan, Nick, tell us your report on how the weekend went.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Okay, moving on. Let's just get a picture of the KA in question.
It was all right.
It was all right, yeah.
Well, it was, come on.
What do you want to know?
Ended on a bittersweet, really, didn't it? Yeah, we got 4. We got 4th out of 51 cars.
I can't remember. Qualified 8th. We did our usual, got out there, kept it consistent. Had a good routine with the pit stop strategy and everything. There's a few safety cars and that.
Yes.
And then towards the end for our final pit stop, just before our final pit stop, I can't remember, we was in first at the time. There was a red flag for an incident on track. And then there was just confusion on what to do with the red flag, with people coming in the pits, etc. and then they went out, and then we were told by select people, I believe half the grid was told that because they did a safety car restart, 2-lap safety car restart.
Mm-hmm.
I think half the grid was told you can't pit under the safety car. You have to wait until the race has restarted on green flag, and the other half were told you can. So at the time we was in first, the 2 cars behind us that we were racing pit under the safety car. So that meant we then had to pit out the safety car. What we was going to do is change the front left tyre, refuel. I was going to jump in, take it to the end. But because we were out of the safety car, we didn't have enough time. We had to do a lot faster pit stop than we wanted to do to try and not lose
Try and make up the time.
So we didn't change. We rolled the dice, didn't change the tyre. I don't know. We went back out. I think it was in second. Can't remember when we went back out.
Yeah.
And then
because the 2 IP cars were behind us, weren't they?
Yeah. About an hour in, the tyre delaminated pretty much. I had no grip left. It was making all kinds of noises. I wasn't sure because it was the first time I'd been out on that tyre and taken it that far. So it sounded to me inside like a wheel wearing or something, but it was actually just a tyre disintegrating.
It was just a tyre flapping around, fat.
I was went into look after it mode and get it home. Which then we gave up positions and finished 4th. So ultimately, out
still good. Still good result.
First race back in it this year, 4th, good result. But it's just that red flag instance. Kind of things could have been different.
Things could have been different.
4th out of 51 is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It was a bit bittersweet because we know we should have been.
We should be overexcited about it, but we just, I think, got a bit too high hopes on where we was going to finish.
And the
one that could have been
weekend,
so much.
Absolutely epic from obviously the organisers and everything, but all the cars look great as normal, and smashing 50 odd cars out there. It's pretty busy at times, but good fun.
And from what I understand from Stuart Garland as well, you're looking at similar numbers at Cadwell as well, so it's showing no signs of stopping. Certainly. The MSV Super Cup kicked off as well with champions Nick Jackson and Ollie Pidgley picking up where they left off, and former ambassadors for Club Racing UK, Red Seal Racing, picked up their first podium in Tango.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Yeah. Well done, boys.
Well done.
They get 2 sounds.
They get on the soundboard.
It must have been that all square wrap and ride setup that they had with them.
Chris knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
He does. Bless him.
He knows how to set up a race car. We know this, everyone.
Fantastic job.
Exactly. Production GTI was out as well. Simon Verco bagged a pair in the first race for the Production GTI in the MSVR package. A pair of 9th places for former CRUK ambassador, Dawn Boyd.
Well done, Dawn. There's a fanfare. Steph, you're getting your money's worth out of that.
Exactly. Stuart Waite also got a double victory in his M3 and murdered the opposition in the racing saloons. Scott Parkin and Spencer Fortag then dominated the diesels in the Focus Cup. Now, in case you missed it, on that weekend as well, my supercar team were at the MG Car Club at Brands Hatch. It was all covered by my supercar, and hopefully they've put together a little video for us just to show us a bit of the action.
It's at the moment we've all been waiting for. It's almost time for race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Let me just bring you up the qualifying again. Let's start with the Metro Cup. We bring that image on screen. Mark Eels for the Metro Cup, the man on pole position. Dan Willis in 2nd. Tim Shooter will start in 3rd. Phil Goodwin in 4th. Then Les Tyler, Timothy Davis, John Moore, David James, Richard Garrett, Kyler Birdseye, Neil Burnett and Andrew Ewins. That's your top 12. That's your 12 runners in the MG Metro Cup. Let's move over to the MG Cup. Let's just bring that image on screen for you now as well. Mike Williams, the man on pole position. Morgan Short in 2nd place. We spoke to Morgan just recently down in the paddock. Matthew Simpson, we spoke to Matthew as well in 3rd. Ian Dowler is just over there. Great qualifying from him in 4th. Then Darren Harris, Ian Bolton, Dan Jones, Kaylee Twigger, Brian Butler, Peter Bramall, Dave Harrison, Kevin Burke, Darryl Davis, Phil Rigby, John Gill Iago Keane and Stephen Hiley. We're going to chat to Mike Williams over here on pole for the MG Cup. Mark Eels is just down there. We're going to catch up with Mark as well. He's on pole for the Metro Cup. Oh, yes. Mike, give it some beans, mate.
How are we doing? It's just started cutting out. Seems all right now. It's just farted and spluttered all the way up.
They can be a little temperamental at times, can't they, these?
Well, it's all standard now, so it should be road car quality.
Mike, you were giving it some serious juice in qualifying. In fact, I saw you down at Graham Hill pretty much sideways a few times. Just getting to grips with it again.
No, that's how I drive.
Best of luck for the race, Mike.
We'll
be watching. There you go, your man on pole position in the MG Cup. Let's go down and find Mark Eels. He's the man on pole position in the MG Metro Cup. Mark, how's it going, my friend? Are you well?
Yeah, good, thank you.
It's good to see you. Yeah, very good. I see you've painted him yellow just for me, right?
Yeah, that's it. Wanted you to be able to see me, you know.
Well, look, you're on pole, so I can certainly see you.
Yeah.
How good did the car feel out there in qualifying?
Yeah, not too bad. It was all right. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, we didn't, with everything going on, all the track days and that booked up, didn't have a chance to test it really. So this was a bit of a shakedown, really. New engine and things in there for this year. So yeah, it felt all right though. You know, it went well. You know, we've got pole, which is good. You know, we were aiming for 58s, I think, but we're sort of 59 once, so it's there or thereabouts.
So, man, thanks, Mark. Best of luck with it. The engines are revving, the engines are roaring, and it's time for the MG Cup, the MG Metro Cup, and it's lights out, and off we go. Mike Williams has got a really bad start. What a start by Matthew Simpson in the MG Cup. He's had an absolute stormer, and it's Simpson who takes the lead. Williams is your MG Cup race winner. Simpson in second, Short in third, Dowler in fourth, and your Class B winner. And it looks like Tim Shooter, the birthday boy himself, has won the Metro Cup race. Let me just have a little look. Got James in second place, Gerard in third as well in the Metro Cup. Let's say we will recap all of the action. Tim Shooter there, it's his birthday. He's got his hand out the window. Congratulations to Tim Shooter.
There we go. So a snippet of the MG Car Club meeting.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
You know what we mentioned previous to commentary and stuff like that on live stream?
Yes.
When Ian gets excited, can you beat him?
No.
He's like a proper child when it comes to like commentating. I love it.
It makes it interesting when you listen to it. When you listen to it from like Ian, it just sounds proper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does such a good job. Like it's mega, but I love how excited he gets.
That's why he charges the big bucks.
This is why, everybody. He is the man to have.
I mean, those Metros look fantastic, don't they? They look like a proper hoot.
They do.
That does look like a good laugh.
Proper quality little retro motors. Right, now a fan favourite returned to Mallory Park as part of their BARC weekend as well. They had an average grid size of about 21. All four of them were either within a few places of the average. So good, healthy grids there. So, of course, this is the Maybank holiday. Now, I'll start with this. There's one championship that made its comeback with Rhys Jones winning both its races. The pickups were back. Let's play the video.
Yeah. Love it.
There we go. Beautiful.
If you haven't, if you ever get a chance to go watch the pickups, go and watch them.
They are
So
great fun to watch. Dale Gent was in the wars and unfortunately got himself some battle scars. Excuse me. The Northern and Classic Formula Fords are out as well, with Joey Foster bagging a double in frenetic Formula Ford action. And Steve McDermott picked up 3 wins to clean up in the MG Owners Club. I think we got a picture of that here, actually. Somewhere? Is there a picture anywhere?
On the pickups, we're helping Dan Fisher. There we go. Nice bit to kit. On the pickups, we're helping Dan Fisher with Slaughterhouse, and it's good fun to watch him because he's going from an EP3 to a pickup, and watching him change his driving style is just brilliant.
How's he developed a southern accent?
Well, he's from Bognor Regis, so he's fairly southern.
Is he wearing a check shirt?
Is he wearing a check shirt with some moonshine?
Sure.
And he's got an axe on his arm. He's a total lumberjack. So.
And has a sudden attraction to his sister.
Oh, for God's sake. I wasn't going to go there, Nick, but you just dived right in. Right. Finally, for that meeting, the Northern Saloons and Sports Cars, John beat Paul Wolfett to win twice. No sign of George or Ringo, though.
That was easy for you to say.
Oh, mate, I'm struggling now. It's past 9 o'clock. Vicky Pratt. Now, Vicky, we need some insight into this. Chris knows how to set up a car, but DIY, not so much. Chris, what have you been doing? What's fallen down? Was it funny?
What have you done?
Oh, dear. Right. Now. Oh, Patrick Seal. Changing driving styles. What is this thing you speak of?
What is that, from the EP3 to the rear-wheel drive monster pickup truck from Dan Fisher? Yeah, I mean, chatting to Dan, it's just a different world, isn't it? We're all used to. Well, I'm used to front-wheel drive and how you drive it, and you turn in, and, you know, use your diff. When Dan's talking about just adjusting the rear-wheel drive, it's just interesting to see how he gets on. And he's got fun players for. Is it Reese, the guy at the front?
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see. It's just a different world. It's almost as if he said to me, he's just starting again. And it's sequential.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Plus, with a pickup, when you obviously come off the line, you go, yeah, and then crack on. Southern style.
Just do a massive jump.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard style.
Them Duke boys are at it again. Chris Pratt, it's what I don't do more like.
Oh, dear. Oh, come on, Chris.
You don't need relationship issues on the podcast, I'm afraid.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris
we've
Pratt
covered
is
everything
in
else tonight.
The doghouse. Chris Pratt is in the doghouse, ladies
and
gentlemen.
Get outside and work on a car then, Chris.
Yeah. Sam Pearce said he's using... Sam Pearce has got a good point there. He's using a string line kit on the skirting boards.
Well... We know his skirting boards will be bloody fast and well set up.
Yeah, why is there 2 degrees of camber on the skirting boards, Chris? For fuck's sake.
Makes it faster.
Right, MSVR have had, during this episode, MSVR have had 2 lucky meetings on the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. The average grid was 35. Average.
Wow.
Porsche Club Championship, we've got a picture of the grid here. Simon Clark came and bagged both wins. Look at that.
I'm a sucker for a Porsche. That's a good-looking grid.
The Toyota 7 Series had 2 sets of races for the 1600 and 420R. David Yates and Jay McCormick shared the spoils on a massive Caterham grid. That was 40-odd cars. And the 420R had similar number, with Ian Payne claiming 2 wins. The top 6 was covered by 1 second in both races.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
It's impressive, isn't it? When you look at cars that aren't built the same, they're that close. It's not like a Civic where you're all the same. These are different cars.
Yeah.
Absolute different level. So we go to the fastest circuit in the country now for the CSCC. They had the highest grid of about 39. The lowest was 8, which is quite rare for the CSCC, which weighed their average grid size about 23, and 5 of them were above average. Again, fantastic numbers. I'm sorry, I know I'm boring you with numbers, but it's the way that I use to understand just how good it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Nick can't do maths because he's a bit special, so just don't worry about him. Mario's just made a point here. We need UK stadium trucks.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
100% sign me up to that now.
Yeah, so Nick can go over the ramp and go, yeah!
Oh,
they are so cool, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If anyone's a hillbilly out of everyone we know, it's me. I just don't have a strong attraction to my sister.
Yeah, you were quick to get that one in, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Covering
My sister's an asshole. I don't like my sister. She's a pain in the ass.
Okay, moving on from that family fortune. The swinging 60s had Oliver Rubin in the TVR Griffin dominating, winning by over 40 seconds. I know, the TVR actually stayed running. The Future Classics was won by a wooden chassis Morgan +8 by a second from the Blakes in the TVR Tuscan. I love a TVR Tuscan.
Yeah.
Dave Griffin led a BMW M312 in the Modern Classics, and Tim Davis won from Johnny Pittard in the Sevens. There was a TCR Golf out in New Millennium. Club racing, again, it's that. It's on a club racing grid, so yeah.
If you can afford it, fair play, but...
Yeah. Okay, Turbo Tin Tops. Charlie Newton Derby won in the R53 Mini, so it's not just Steph that makes the R53s look good from the Chasing Gen 4 Clio.
Can I just say, the Turbo Tin Tops, I thought that'd be stronger.
It's weird. It's going to be. I think it's going to be one of those series that's going to pick up in a few years because they've always hovered around the 8 to 10 mark and been amalgamated with other grids.
All the cars are going turbo, aren't they now? I think the Honda Civics are turbo, most Golf's turbo.
Yeah.
I think that's going to get really bumped up next couple of years. And it's easy, not hard, it's easy power as well, isn't it? You're not building a high-revving monster.
But again, going back to, the minis that are in there around sort of Steph's minis age upwards to the newer stuff, they're going to cost a few quid to have. I know there's a couple of FK2 Civics in there. They're not going to be cheap. You're still looking to buy a decent race-ready one of those in sort of Group N spec. A good, 20 grand?
Yeah, I think 20 to 30.
So, yeah, but the grid for me, as always, is the normal Tin Top Championship, which you'll be racing in this weekend, won't it, Cam? Is it the CSCC racing in?
On the 22nd.
Oh, on the 22nd.
So we're out on the Brands GP circuit supporting the British GT, and it's live streamed.
Oh. Lovely.
Obviously, the 4,000 fans that aren't going there for the British GT, they're going to watch an old Honda Civic get it's revved off.
That's exactly what they're doing.
I guarantee you're not far wrong there.
You are not far wrong there. And how's this for a bit of a pun? Andrew Windmill blows away the competition.
Oh, wait, no, we got...
Steph!
Yeah!
There we go.
To be fair, that 206 wasn't that far away in honesty.
It wasn't. I have seen a video online of that 206 having a bit of a moment going through church that would have filled the car up with many poos.
Well, he got it right. He got it right. So he didn't correct the slide. He turned. So he's going that way. He's turned not into the slide, and he's made it pirouette. He didn't even go correct in the slide.
Probably good for
firing poo.
Well, to be honest, Church Corner, 130, 40 miles an hour going through there.
Did it happen at church?
It happened at church. It 360'd. If he'd have spat it the other way, there's a barrier pretty close by now. It would have hurt.
That needs to move.
I know. The conversation has happened. Now, our comment. Let's just go back to the comments there because they have blown up a bit. Michael Saunders, he agrees with the UK stadium trucks. He's in with that.
Yes.
James Stonestreet said three-wheel cornering.
Just quickly, going to put it out there. If we're going to have UK stadium trucks, can we make sure they haven't got this stupid rule that the Aussie ones have, where they have a competition yellow come out to back the field back up? Whoever's punting that as a idea, piss off somewhere else, will you? That's a stupid idea. I know. Let's have a race. Let everybody spread out, and then bring out a yellow flag to bring the grid back in.
What is that? What is it? Is that just a random yellow? Is it a bunch of the back?
Yeah.
So, for some reason, it's in the Aussie.
In the Aussie stadium truck to get to a certain point of the race. And they bring a yellow flag out to bring the grid back together.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Pissed off.
Yeah, it's a bit peculiar. Now, Matt Clary, I know you keep hinting at this. I'm sure we are working on something. Okay, I can never remember what racing is on and what tracks they're at. We need an app to tell us that.
Yeah.
We do.
We do, don't we? Wouldn't it be great if Club Racing UK made an app that did that?
I think that's in the pipe works, isn't it, gents?
It is something we're working on.
Something we're working on with many projects.
If anybody knows an app, if anybody knows a decent app developer, please get in touch because it's something we definitely need to get on and do.
Okay, Chris Pearson has commented tonight. I assume this is probably in reply to the sister comment with the pickup trucks. I'll just leave this comment here. Like alcohol-free beer, it tastes the same, but it's just not right. Moving on.
Oh my God! That's amazing.
Right, before we get taken off by Ofcom, let's get on with some other comments while Nick sorts himself out. Okay.
We're past now, it's all good.
I can never remember what. Okay, so he said that. Sorry, I've lost my shit now as well. That's.
Is it AJ Owens and making his CSCC debut at Donny?
End of May.
That'll be interesting. He's got aero. So he needs to get rid of his splitter, I think.
Are you what?
AJ's going out in the CSCC.
No splitters, AJ.
What? Oh wow!
That'll be one to watch. That'll be good one.
That'll be good. Well, I think that's the lure of the British GT. He's trying to wire up his British GT drive, I think. Fucking fair
he can
play,
pedal, that's for sure.
Exactly. Chris Pearson, sorry guys, don't apologise, Chris. We require one joke like that every podcast because that was a corker.
That's gone.
On a completely random tangent, at uni, someone I knew got bottled by a bottle of Caliber. So the person who bottled him was obviously not drunk because it was alcohol-free. It's the biggest insult to mankind. Never get bottled by someone who's sober.
Well, I can add to that. I can add to that as well. Never get bottled by your own brother.
Jesus Christ, we are going down some lines tonight, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to the Castle Combe Racing Club.
Yes.
Yes, okay, we'll move on to that, Nicholas. We're on to the May Day Madness at Castle Combe. They had an average grid size of 23. Our friend of the show, Chris Dawes, was commentating on that. Of course, that's his home circuit, Castle Combe. Average grid size of 23. The highest was 41. That was the MX-5s. And we've got a picture that we will show first, I think. Race 2 was quite eventful. Let's have a look.
Oh. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
No.
No? Okay. Actually, before that then, let's play the video of the May Day Madness montage. There we go.
That was a very cool video.
That is a very cool video, isn't it?
That is. There's a lot of good cars. Is that the Castle Player? Is it Castle Coombe? Is that the Castle Coombe Championship? Is that run what you run pretty much?
So you've got the Castle Coombe Saloons. I have to mention, actually, it was Super Gary Preble. They got a Preble 1-2 with his brother Adam getting second. Gary got the saloon record there with a 1 minute 10.7. That's phenomenal at Coombe, considering it's got chicanes.
That K-swapped Civic he's got is something else.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. That's out in Castle Coombe Hot Hatch as well. So they've got Castle Coombe Saloons, Hot Hatch, GTs, Formula Fords, and they were guesting with the Mazda MX-5s and the BMWs were back there from the 750 Motor Club. Hopefully, we have got a photo, which is the action in race 2 with the Mazdas. We'll try again. We can just get the photo up.
Oh.
There we go. It all went a bit wrong, I think.
Oh, no.
There's a little oopsie in there somewhere.
A little
oopsie.
Which bandits are sending on the first corner?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's actually one of the chicanes. But thanks, many thanks to Sepia Photo. Chris Pearson actually sent me loads of images in, but the script was so packed, I just didn't have a chance to fit them all in. We've got so much on it, so it's unreal. But thank you very much for sending that in. Have a look at his
as per usual, mate.
Cracking photos as per usual. He's been following the Team Hard guys out as well, so check his page out. Sepia Photo, CPEFOTO on Facebook. Have a look. He's got some great content on there as well.
Mega.
Just down to some comments there before we have a quick look at the time attack round at Cadwell Park. So Sam Pierce, getting bottled by your own brother, is it because you beat him to your sister?
How have we ended up here?
Moving on.
What sound effect that deserves.
Whap, whap. Moving on from that, Jonathan Bevan asked if it's on a loop. No, it's a circuit, John. That's what the cars are on. Chris Pearson does say that was at the S's. That was quite quick, wasn't it? That was quite quick. That was good.
It's good for you.
Right. Time attack descended upon Cadwell Park just as they got to their monsoon season on the bank holiday Monday. They had an average grid of 17, so obviously the time attack guys are mixed up with pocket rockets, club class, pro classes as well. Ben Robinson had a bit of an incident with his Noble. Hopefully he comes back a bit stronger in the pro class. The Civic Cup was there as well. Alistair Camp winning race 1. Cam, go ahead.
Can I think about time attack? It's just qualifying, isn't it?
Pretty much. It's four qualifying sessions, basically. So, yeah.
I respect the cars and everything, but it is just qualifying. Anyway.
Yep, so there was a...
Rob likes to cover it. Rob likes to cover it.
I likes to cover it just in case, you know, that you have a lot of time attack guys that do circuit racing as well. Just keeps everyone happy. And of course, they've got circuit racing on the bill this year with TCR, VWs and stuff coming on as well. So Ali Camp was a race 1 winner, but the conditions did get so torrential, they cancelled the Civic Cup race 2 and they cancelled all the finals for the time attack. But the one thing I will say, did you see that micro that was out in Pocket Rocket? Oh, yeah. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked looking car.
But there was also was there a Ford Fusion out that was rapid as well?
Yes. Yeah, but
Rob Boston.
It's got a K20 in it.
I'm sick of K swaps. I've still got a B series.
Yeah.
Anyway,
still Honda.
Exactly. We have
try something different, everybody. There are more engines than K20s and B series engines out there. Just so you know.
Exactly. Right. Okay. So yeah, Civic Cup. We've got a picture of the torrential swamped grid here. The only thing that's missing is oars, really.
A shout out to David. Was it David Bookie? He built one of those cars for hire. It got crashed in the practice.
Crashed in testing and probably has to reshell one of them, I think, from what I heard. So
gutted, really. That was it was a tidy looking car. That.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a risk you take. Unfortunately, with motorsports, but hopefully he'll get himself back on the grid soon.
Yes, definitely.
Right, now to the second Brands Hatch GP meeting, and you'll have something to do with this as well, won't you, Cam? They had an average grid of 29.
Where has he not been?
Well, yeah, exactly.
their highest was 41. 5 of the grids were above or at the average of 29. Again, fantastic numbers, brilliant numbers. The Bernese V8s and the All Porsche Trophy were out a 41 car grid with Caterham, Porsche Cayman, and the Boxsters heading up the field with Jonathan Evans and Adam Southgate. Dan Gall with a double win in the Jedi Mark 6 in the Monoposto, and you were out in the Racing Saloons, Production Golf, and BMW. Well, you weren't out, but you were supporting your mate Ricky Taylor, Cam.
Yeah, we were helping out Ricky. So myself, Dick, and Jay from Snodhurst, we were helping out Ricky. Did really well. Managed to stick it. I think it was P3 overall, first in class. It's obviously 2 race weekend. First corner, Paddock Hill, absolutely bins it. And it hits another car, and that was it. That was a relaxing 4-hour gap turned into an absolute carnage. Gravel everywhere, brakes off, kicking dents out. We got him back out, but that's not ideal, Ricky. But he didn't roll it this time. He's rolled the car, I think, 3 times. Well,
not ideal, Ricky.
One of his funniest stories is he did a Brands GP, and he was testing. Sorry, Ricky, tell this. He was testing the day before on the Indy circuit, and he forgot he was on the GP circuit the next day. He went through Surtees and didn't turn left. Rolled the car.
Love it. Lap record.
Jesus, that car's quick. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed half the circuit.
He rolled it.
Yeah.
He tried to make the corner and rolled it.
Oh,
He wanted to steer it off and just got the car inside.
is Ricky the one with the video that went viral at Paddock Hill where he lost it, came back, hit the
That's
barrier
right.
side on in the Fiesta? Yes, I remember.
And rolled it.
I'm rolling. I mean, to be honest, you can't say he isn't trying. You've got to give him that.
He's a quick person, isn't he?
I'll try on your Focus this weekend then.
Roll my car, and I will cut you with razor blades. We'll leave it there.
Like it when you
CMMC
talk
Super.
dirty.
Oh, I know. I'm pitching a tent. The CMMC Super Saloon and Tin Tops were out as well. Rod Burley got a pair of wins, and Jonathan Bevan. We know you're watching, Jonathan.
He
gets hard.
For a mechanic, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did really well in his DC5. We've got a lovely photo here of the rather varied grid. The VWs were out as well. Do you recognise that Corrado, Nick?
I certainly do. Is that Mr. Lark?
Yeah,
That is. So he was out with the classic VW, as you can see there.
Is this the same Ken Lark that retired like 2-3 years ago?
He retired last year, and everyone went, yeah.
That Corrado,
right.
it's proper quick, that Corrado, isn't it? What is it? It's 2.9 V6, VR6. It was
It's the VR6, yeah. But he also can pedal.
he can pedal.
Yes.
He's well, not really pedal because it's powered by a motor, but you know what I mean.
Silence.
Hang on, have you got a cricket? There we go. To be honest, I was waiting for the cricket sound effect to start then.
I haven't got them all loaded up, Rob. I'm not like an effects nerd.
What do you mean all loaded up? What is this you've got, Stan?
It's just
Show us.
It's called an app.
Oh,
It's not that technical, you know.
Oh, I thought you'd gone out and bought a proper sound deck or something.
No, I downloaded it as we went on the stream just for a laugh.
Why not? Okay, the MSV Super Cup was out again with the Track Day Trophy, and we've got a nice little video for you. Look at that. Looks good. So nice big pack grid there. I see that comment, Mario. We need a tumbleweed sound for Rob. Thank you, Mario. Thank you. Oh, he's done it. He's got the cricket sound.
Did I have a tumbleweed? Let me have a look.
Steph, the joke happened like 5-10 minutes ago.
I've just found it.
It's not going to work if you do a sound effect 5 minutes after.
All I'm doing at the moment is looking at...
Rob has to retell the joke for the podcast when it's on demand.
Yeah.
I'm prepared for next time now.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick Seal, wasn't that Super Cup not TDT? Well, it was both, wasn't it, Patrick? It was both. Don't tell me how to do the show. It was Super Cup. And you got another trophy, didn't you? So again, round of applause. They got another podium. And Nick didn't applaud you this time. He obviously, yeah.
I just did. Wait a minute. Hey, there we go.
Well done. Well done, Patrick. Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Right, yeah, a few of the other championships on as well. Dawn Boyd was out in the production GTI championship as well. Some good-looking grids there.
We should just point out, by the way, guys, this is only a 3-week roundup of racing.
Yeah.
And this is mad.
Yeah, this is absolutely... Put it this way. The script, like I said earlier, the script was 24 pages long. This is only a 13-page script now because I cut a lot of it out.
What page are we on now? What page are we on now?
10. We're on page... It's okay. We're getting through it.
Isn't it brilliant to see, though? Isn't it brilliant to see? Motorsport needs this kind of, strong grids, good coverage. It's just brilliant to see what you guys are doing as well. Well done.
Thanks, Cam.
Sound effects. Well, I did chat to Rod Burley on the weekend, and a worrying thing he said is, in 5 years' time, he reckons we'll go electric.
No,
it
won't. It will be what it will be.
Be able to afford that.
No, what it will be is there will probably be and not in 5 years. We're looking at 10, 15 years. There'll be an option to convert your car, but it will be like horses. People ride horses now for enjoyment. People will have race cars for enjoyment. There will still be proper combustion race cars there, Stefan. Yeah.
Also, at most circuits you go to,
there is no electric.
9 times out of 10, they're not selling fuel, let alone can you plug your car in to charge it up in between races.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Has anyone got a USB lead? We're racing in 20 minutes.
Oh, could you imagine that? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, the BRSCC finally had their first meeting of the year at Donington Park. With an average grid size of 27, 4 of them were above average. There were caterhams galore. Now, I haven't covered all of the caterhams purely because, well, I've covered the 7 UK and the 310R. There's so many of the caterham championships on as well. Massive grids. Yeah. If you get a chance, get yourself onto the BRSCC YouTube page. Have a look at some of the caterham racing. It was brilliant. It was absolute close action, swapping a couple of seconds per every 5 positions. It was just...
Yeah, it's good. That's what you want.
Absolute wheel banging.
Honestly, guys, again, if anyone's listening to this podcast for the first time or watching the show for the first time or anything like that, and you're like an avid British GT champion or a fan, or a BTCC fan, honestly, the racing at club level is better than that. So get on it. Tell your friends about it.
And Nick, can I add one more point to that as well? When you go to a paddock, how welcoming are club racers compared to pros? When I first started going to racing circuits in 1998, I used to spend more time at Croft Racing Circuit in the outer paddock than in the main pit lane.
Yeah. Because everyone just lets you in, come and have a look, come sit in my car.
Yeah.
You want to know anything? Give us a shout. It's honestly the best place in the world.
Different burgers.
It's true. You can't beat a weekend, a club level weekend, can you? Let's be honest.
Although I think with the COVID restrictions, it's going to be awkward still. I still think we're going to have restrictions on outer paddocks. I believe.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be like last time, won't it? You won't be able to go in the outer paddock all.
Yeah, but let's wait and see.
Unless maybe they'll do this vaccine passport they're on about then. So,
they're going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to do that. It's going to come in. Right, let's just go back to some comments before we cover the BRSCC meeting at Donington. Sam Pearce quite rightly asked, where's everyone going to charge their cars at Cadwell Park? Nick Jackson's actually come back to him off your massive generator that you trailered up behind a 20-year-old diesel truck.
Very good point. Either that, or everyone, as Chris Pearson says, everyone will be turning up with solar panels or windmills, wind turbines. Silverstone's going to look like a fucking wind farm.
Even I'm not getting into it.
No.
Can we just stop entertaining this idea because this is bullshit?
It's not going to work even on the road.
No. Right of reply. Jonathan Bevan has said he didn't say that. He said club racing finished in 5 years, probably because he will be retired. Club racing will be retired. Will never be retired. There'll always be someone wanting to have a race somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a wheelbarrow racing championship or something going on. Anyway, if you do get a chance to catch,
if you are looking to race any wheelbarrows and you need someone to step in, then
I like how you started off, Nick, sort of really quick down the wheelbarrows.
Yeah. It's getting desperate. I'll race anything.
I was going to say he's racing my car. That's desperate. Anyway,
I'll give you my Civic.
Not at all, Rob. Don't put yourself down, mate. That focus of yours is mega.
To be honest, I was having a bit of banter before because I knew Steph was just teeing that up. I could see the look on his face.
Don't worry, mate. We're gonna beat him again this weekend.
Nick, what we'll do is we'll film it. We'll get you on my Civic for a test session.
Yes. Get it.
I need to start saying I need to drive race cars.
Cam, have you got a sunroof, mate?
Does the seat go blank?
How tall are you?
6'5".
He's going to be like that. His knees up to the front. Just
you joke. I have actually got a photo of me with my old red Civic. You heard that right. I used to own a Civic.
You're a Honda owner.
I used to be. It was a 1.5 auto. It was the biggest piece of shit I've ever owned. But my head was stuck out the ceiling. I'll find the picture somewhere.
I'm pretty certain Smokers Racing are absolutely crapping themselves because I've just said Nick's got my car.
Right.
Best thing is, you said that on a live show at 1 hour 43 minutes, so I will be able to refer back to it.
Can we edit that out, Rob? Can you just jump from...
Yeah, well... Anyway, moving on really quickly. So Rory Smith and Alex Walker shared the wins in the National Formula 4 Championship. A smaller field than usual, but that didn't stop the brilliant racing taking place, as I love Formula 4s, as you guys know. Still, get yourself on the bit. I was very impressed with the BRSCC live stream. So, if you can, get yourself onto the stream as well. And a series close to my heart, the Modified Ford Series had their second round. They were live on the live stream with the RS200 winning race one.
Second round in 3 weeks. This is
mega. In 3 weeks, Dave Cockhill returned from his race one retirement while in the lead to win race two. And here's a snippet of that awesome field. I think. Oh no, that might be the video that we don't have. I hope. We don't have it. No worries, Elaine. No worries. It's all right. I forgot. I thought it was a KO video we didn't have. Don't worry. I'll move on from that. So we'll move on.
So we could have played the KO video.
We could have played the KO video, but we're not going to play it because we're moving on to the City Car Cup that had a bumper grid for their first standalone season with Nick Grinrod dominating both races. Here's a shot of the grid. That's a lot of dishwashers.
They can enter the CMCCS, can't they now? They've got a T4 category, I think. I believe.
Yes. Yep, the CMMC guys. Oh no, Nick's gone. He's back. Is he gone? Or is he back? Nick is gone. Oh, he's back. Okay. Anyway, so so they're eligible for the CMMC as well. I would say it was good to watch the live stream, but the problem was you heard "and they're off" from a standing start, and you were watching them come towards Redgate, and it was like. And they've not even got to the pit. They've not even got to the pit exit yet.
Exactly what it's like with these 1 litre endurance series.
Except those sprint races.
Oh,
what?
Okay.
They were 20-minute sprint races, Nick.
Either way,
it doesn't work. We did that in the KAs, and that just doesn't work.
No. Okay, moving on to.
They're not exciting. It's great racing, but if you want race car drama, definitely not the case.
What do you think? As in, they're good to drive, but not good to watch.
Well, no, they're good. They're good to watch, but if you're racing them as a car, so race cars for me should be loud, obnoxious, smelly fuel, uncomfortable. It's a race car.
Yeah.
These cars just aren't that. There's no drama. There's drama, but I mean, little engines just popping away. It's not a race car, but it's fun.
Fair point.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Somewhere to start.
Yeah, right, 100%.
Right, gents, we've actually gone to our final meeting that we're covering this week. We've got there.
Oh, hey.
So we've got to the Bark Series at Snetterton. They had an average grid of 26. This is the Brit Car meeting we were on about earlier with the endurance round with the unfortunate pit stop. The Brit Car Trophy was out again, second meeting in 3 weeks, as you said earlier. The top three overall in trophy in both races was the number 10 BMW 1 Series of Simon Baker and Ollie Rubin over the SVG Motorsport Ginetta of Mark Lee. And Kester Cook took out a pair of thirds in his lovely little Fiesta. You've been out in that, haven't you, Steph? It's a brilliant bit of kit.
Yes, I have. Yes, it is.
I think Steph probably still has the boner now.
I still watch the video back every night as I go to sleep.
With some lotion. Anyway, the Hyundais were out as well in their forces in absolute heavy conditions, and my Kevin decided to go drifting, yo!
Jesus, well played.
There we go. Nicely done.
Andrew Jordan, some guy that used to be on telly in a race car, grabbed a pair of race wins in the Mini Miglias, and some other guy that used to be his teammate in some really professional race series grabbed the pair of wins in Mini 7s. Charlie Hand then got the double in the Junior Saloon Car Championship, or Citroen Saxos for kiddies for short. That's about it. So that actually concludes our race roundup.
Well done.
Hey,
what a race!
So what's today's topic for discussion?
Today's topic for discussion. We've kind of been talking about it. We've been talking about it all the way through, but today's topic for discussion is, and we're out of time. Anyway, in all seriousness, looking back over what we've just been through, just how good have the grid's been with COVID since COVID?
Honestly, guys, it's easy to, just hats off to all the organisers, because obviously everything is still up in the air and life has been a bit shit, and these guys have had to deal with not racing last year, or dodgy finances because we're not racing at tracks, etc., and to put on such a that's a 3-week summary of some seasons have only just started, so throughout the year we're going to be covering even more races, but you got to take your hat off to all the organisers, all the the tracks and everything like that, because
And all the rest in the crap as well, Nick. I mean,
everybody.
Yeah,
absolutely everybody. Like, just stick in with it. I know it's not been easy. It's been a shit couple of years. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. We are very much reaching the end of this saga, and if it carries on the way it's been going, it's just only going to get better, isn't it? So.
As long as we get out there. And you know what? It's the matter of fact that I'm going to Silverstone this weekend. Normally I would be a bit nervous and trepid or whatever, but the fact that we're just going racing again.
Yeah.
My thoughts would have, a year and a half ago, my thoughts would have been different. I'd have been a bit nervous. I'd have been a bit of this trepidation, putting stress upon yourself. But you know what? We've been through a year and a half of shit, so we've earned it.
Yeah, well said. Well said. We need it, right? Let's be honest. We need it. Motor racing, for a lot of us, is our escapism, isn't it? It gets you out of all the shit, in a good place, go racing.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
100%.
Now, that is actually part of... go on, Nick.
It's not just the racing side of it, is it? It's the fact that you get to see your mates, socially distanced, etc., like that. Catch up with everybody. It's just, just so good. Yeah. So good.
It is so good. Now, quite an important message as a part of that is actually part of our partner focus this week. Kerry Wheeler of Keep Well is actually taking part in the Mental Health Awareness Week. She's got tips every day to keep the mind going as it should. There's a lot of people stressed out there. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people dealing with a lot of mental issues at the moment. So if you can, get yourself onto the Keep Well site there. She's got a lot of stuff there, and she helps out with people that are just a little bit stressed at the moment, and just helps you to control that mentally. And
just check on your mates, check on your family, guys. It's everybody's got their own story, so just make sure I know we're all going through crap, we're all going through shit, we all are, but if just text your mate or something. Oh, hi, how are you? Something, I don't know. Just look after everyone, really. Just try and be.
Exactly.
Have a 100%. Laugh.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So that's
none of us are getting out of this alive, are we?
Exactly. So we're not getting out of this alive. Exactly. And we couldn't have picked a better sport to try and make it out not alive. But
exactly.
What can I say? We've got a couple of quick ambassador.
Not a long time.
We got a couple of quick ambassador alerts, and then we're going to finish off with the comments this evening. Now, Simon Court was out in his Mazda engine low cost, a bit late, but better late than never. He had an awesome first 750 Motor Club at Mazda race weekend at Silverstone. After qualifying in the dizzy heights of third for race one, he's going to blame an intermittent fourth gear issue for dropping him off the lead pack and eventually finishing eighth. Regardless, he had a brilliant battle with Martin Farrelly, thought he clinched a place on the line, only to learn after the race the flag is waved at the back of the starting grid, not the front.
Oh, no.
Starting race two in ninth place meant he was mid-pack going into the first few corners. He got tagged and punted off at the second corner, which was a little bit of a dead zone for most of the races, and meant the rest of the race was pretty uneventful, but still managed to climb back up to sixth. Well done, Simon. He's got a new rear wing and potential replacement gearbox on the way, as well as that all-important horsepower-producing Club Racing UK sticker, and should be all good by the time they're out at Donington on the 22nd of May. Where they will probably have some spectators. We've got a picture of Simon out in action here. There we go.
Look at that. That's a good-looking car, that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, the other ambassador to mention at this moment is Amelia Vincent. She's had some setbacks at the moment, but Wiltshire College have got her car out. And she's been out testing at Castle Combe during the week as well. She was part of the Slip and Grip Automotive track day as well. I think they're still part of the members scheme, aren't they? They're still part of the so they're part of the CRUK membership scheme. So sign yourself up to be a CRUK member. Steph's probably going to tell you to buy some merch at some point as well. So keep a lookout for that on the CRUK website. Nicholas?
Record, Amelia made up 3 seconds from their track day testing the other day. Testing track day, found 3 seconds in that car. So top effort, guys. Top effort.
Brilliant. So that's the end of the partners. Everything. Let's just go to the comments before we finish this evening. We could have used that. We could have used that for the Holden picture.
What was that?
We could have used that for the Holden picture. Okay, so.
This one?
I could have used that earlier as well. Mario Neophytu sums it up perfectly. Club racing is the best. Michael Saunders, Modified Fords, gutted I couldn't be there. He's going to be there at Mallory Park. Mario also says his brother Jimmy is currently leading the Modified Ford Championship. And he also said, as part of the Brit Car Trophy, Mark Lee actually missed out on the second race win by 0.03
of a second. Gutting for the SVG team. British Sweet. Robin Welch as well. It's all up in the air, and he's got a 24-hour race to look after at the end of May. Of course, the C1s are going to be out for their start of the season with their 24-hour spectacular. Jonathan Bevan echoes the thoughts of everyone. He turned up to Brands to race, and it felt absolutely special. Now, Liam Browning has asked, have you done the City Car Cup feature yet? Yes. I hope he's on about this episode because we have featured it, but
Yes. We have.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
We will be doing something more in depth with the BRSCC probably later in the year. We're spreading things out. We can't do all the episode ideas in one bunch because we'll run out of stuff to talk about.
We are here to stay, people. We are here to stay, and it is only May.
We are here to stay, and it is only May. What a way to finish, eh? Matt Cleary, good luck, you guys, at the weekend. Thank you very much. So, myself, Stefan, Matt, and Nick will be at Silverstone this Saturday for probably a very wet track day championship race on the Silverstone National Service.
I'm going to send it.
Nick's going to send it, as am I, as is Steph, as is Matt. Hopefully, he gets a go in the race this time.
He got a go last time.
What, half a lap?
He got half a lap
Still
last
got to go.
Well, it's more than you got the last time we were at Donington,
Exactly.
wasn't it?
Liam, yes, we did cover it, mate. We covered the size of the grid. We covered the overall winner, Nick Greenwad. If you didn't get a mention, mate, I know, Liam, you got yourself a pair of class wins, so well done, mate. And we will be featuring the City Car Cup, I'm sure, more heavily later in the year. But as we hit the 2-hour mark, any final thoughts, gentlemen? Let's start with Cam.
Just brilliant to be back out there, and brilliant that everyone's making the effort to make club racing what it is, and carry on the good work, chaps. Good to see
you very much, mate. Very well.
Fantastic, thank you. Stefan, Nick, any last thoughts?
Barbecue sauce definitely belongs on pizzas.
There we go. There we go. What a controversial way to end the Club Racing UK podcast for this evening. It's good to be back after a 3-week break. We'll see you next episode, hopefully, in a few weeks' time.
Yes, hopefully.
And we'll see you guys very soon.
Stay safe.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.